Okay, so I set this little example up so you can really see the real objects that we're going to be drawing. I have kind of this table surface here, a wall that's in the back, and my light source is coming from this side and it's shining down on my fruit. You'll notice in this still life I have the first orange is sliced and it is in the front. Okay, so it's a little bit closer, it's the object that's closest to you. And behind, so I slide my finger back behind here, this piece of fruit is sitting behind the sliced fruit. So I want to show that with my drawing by making sure that I'm not putting these two objects side by side, because they are clearly not. One is in front, one is behind. So you need to make sure that you're doing that in your drawing. The other thing you're going to notice is that there's a table line right in the back. That's really where the little wall meets the table. Okay, so to show that, you can see it's about midway through my fruit. So that line needs to come over and then extend on the other side. Make sure that you're not putting that all the way up here. It'll look like your fruit is going to fall off the table, because it's really not. It's quite far away. It's all the way back. Okay. The next thing that you'll notice is we have the cast shadows. In a still life, these are real objects. We want to make them look like they have weight and they're really sitting on a surface. They're not floating in midair. Okay, so a cast shadow helps to do that. It's not a perfect circle that's being cast. My light again is coming from this side. It's shining down on my fruit. So my shadow therefore is happening on this side of the fruit. If I had a different light source, it might be different. It is not a perfect circle. It's kind of like an ellipse or an oval shaped, and it's coming out from the side, and they each have their own cast shadow there. The last thing I want you to notice is the light is shining down on my fruit, and because this is not a flat object, it's really a round orange, it's a sphere, so I want to make it in my drawing or painting look like a sphere by having highlights, middle tones that are kind of that value where it's the lightest orange here, it's the medium orange tone here, and you'll notice right down in this area I'm getting more shadow because it's getting farthest away from the light shining. Light can't turn corners and get down here, so it's being blocked. So I want to show this darker area here and again at the very bottom. The same thing's kind of happening here as well. I'm going to want to show a little bit lighter oranges up here and then maybe a little bit darker down below on this edge here. In this project we're going to be showing very kind of wet, citrus, really juicy types of fruit. So for those areas, we later when we paint, we'll use paint, but we're also going to use some glitter and some glazes and some things to really make it look shiny and wet that it really is. When we're drawing today, we're also going to kind of even this little interior, we're going to be making those lines and shapes to really make it look like the inside area of our fruit. And that'll depend when you pick a fruit what you're going to do, whether it has segments or a nut or a seed in the center. You'll be showing those details. So today we're going to get started drawing, but I just wanted to have you see a real example. So we'll get started.